Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy Saturday. So, you guys, it is a beautiful Saturday. Now, I have the sunroof open, so you might be able to hear the trees rustling. And as I say that, this one branch up the street, that thing is so tall, but it looks like the branches just kind of hanging over in the street. Lord, I hope it doesn't fall. But anyway, it's kind of a windy day today, and I believe it's going to be like this tomorrow. It is 78 degrees. The sun is coming up and down, but otherwise it is a beautiful day. So I hope you all have had a chance to get up, get out, do what you have to do, enjoy this day to the fullest. You understand what I'm saying? Even if you decide you're not going to do anything, enjoy yourself doing that. All right, let's jump in. One quick update, and I'm gonna jump into today's topic. I normally put out a podcast on Saturdays. So for those of you that listen to my podcast, and I can see that you all have been enjoying the Jurassic Park talks that I've been doing the last couple of weeks. Thank you so much for that. But I will not have a podcast to put out today. However, I will have one on tomorrow, because, charge it to my head, not my heart, I thought I had recorded a podcast for today. And it turns out that I did not. But I've been so busy working on July's podcast, because I'm going to be doing my whole Christmas in July podcast. And so I've been working on that feverishly. And I thought that I had recorded one for today, so I do apologize. One will go out tomorrow. Can't tell you what the topic's going to be, because right now I don't really know. Let's jump into today's car conversation, and the topic is how to make better decisions. Again, I was watching a video by the late, great Jim Rohn, and when I tell you, he just gives so much knowledge and so much information. And y'all, this sun is baking my forehead. Good grief. Let me move my seat up a little bit. It's just incredible, but I wanted to share it with you. And Jim says that sometimes decision making can sometimes be one of the most important days of your life. Think back to the last time you had to make a decision about something, be it good, bad, or indifferent. Remember how important that felt to you, because you had to make a decision. And do you know there are so many people that have a hard time making decisions? I think I'm a pretty good decision maker, because I go through scenarios in my mind. Okay, what if I go and do this? But if I don't do that, then this will happen. So it doesn't take a lot for me to make a decision, because I know at the end of the day, you're going to have to make a decision. I don't rely on necessarily other people to help me make decisions, but you do have your inner circle, I'll say, that you might confide in when you have to make those decisions. But that can be the most important days of your life. So when you make a decision, you have to follow through with your decision. That's the key takeaway right there, you guys. When you make a decision to do something, you have got to follow through. It's just like telling your child, if you don't stop jumping on the bed, then you're going to be punished. And said child goes and jumps on the bed again, and you don't do anything. What you're doing is you're laying that foundation for that child to say, oh, mom or dad or auntie or whoever, they always say this, but they don't follow through with it. So if you decide, let me say that, to do something, then I need you to follow through, come hell or high water, with whatever your decision is. So I'm going to give you a bit of homework, and that'll be in the description box, whether you're watching this on Instagram or YouTube. And your homework is to take out your journal. Hopefully you all have gotten a journal by now, because if you've been dealing with me for any length of time, I'm always talking about pulling out your journal. I have mine, and I actually will be writing in my journal today. And I said, take out your journals and start making a list of the things that you've been putting off, okay? And I need you to list everything. Don't just pick out the things that you want to put on that list because it looks good on paper. Create a list of every single thing that you have been putting off. Doesn't matter what it is or what it pertains to. It could be something with your finances. It could be something with your house, your car, something for somebody else. Whatever it is, make that list, write it down. And then I want you to start taking them on one by one until you have checked off everything. And I mean everything, every project on your list. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's going to be your homework. Write it down and then start checking it off. Now, here's the other thing. If you have something that maybe you don't necessarily need to do anymore, but it was on your to-do list, then just, draw a little thin line through it. Don't black it out. And then next to it, just write a little description to say, well, at the time that I thought about doing this, whatever, but I no longer need to do it. This way you're still facing whatever that thing is. So indecision is the thief of opportunity. Come on now. Can I say that one more again? Because somebody missed it. Indecision is the thief of opportunity. I'm going to let that marinate in your spirit. Indecision means the door is still closed. When you don't here's the door. When you don't make a decision, that door is closed. But as soon as you make a decision, look how it opens up for you. All this will be in the description box. Indecision means the opportunity is still waiting. Indecision means that what could be is postponed, or it may never be. That's why I say get your journal out and start writing a list of the things that you said that you wanted to do, but you're kind of indecisive, on the fence about whether or not you should do it. Because as you can see, it's the thief of all opportunity. It means that the door is still closed. It means the opportunity is still waiting. It just needs you to make a decision about it. And it means that what could be is postponed, or it may never happen at all. So these things are the penalties of indecision. So having said you need to, number one, decide what you are going to do and do it. I talked about getting your list out. That's your homework, right? Writing down the things that you need to make a decision on, and then following through with it. But you need to do it and get it done. Period. End of sentence. And that doesn't mean, let's say you decide to make your list today, that you wait until December to tackle that list. Because y'all know how we do, right? I've done it before myself, guilty as charged, where I have a to-do list and then I go, oh my goodness, I don't want the year to end and I haven't tackled my to-do list. And then here we are at the 11th hour, around November, December, and I'm trying to get all the stuff on my to-do list done, because I don't want to have to carry those things over into a new year. Don't let that be you, because that's not a fun place to be. Number two, he said plan it. So decide how you're going to get that thing or those things done. Remember, planning will only last but so long. So you decide, okay, you know what? I'm going to clean out my flower bed. Let me just use that as an example. And you make a plan. But if you don't follow through, then guess what? That plan just goes by the way of a dinosaur. Because eventually, you're going to forget all about it, whether you wrote it down or not. If you don't go back and look at it and do something with it, you're going to forget about it. So make a decision, come up with a plan, and start to execute it. And then, number three, he said beginning. This is when you get started bringing the plan or plans that you put on paper to life. You're turning facts into committed actions. Ooh, come on, somebody. I like that. So when you begin, whatever's on your to-do list, when you start to do it, now you're taking those plans. They're not just words on paper. You're now following through and doing something with what you said you were going to do. Be a man or a woman about your word. Come on, y'all. We're not going to wait till the new year to do that. We're going to start doing that right now. And then he says, when you get started, you can say, I am on a new track. I love that. I'm going to tell you a little secret. You know, a lot of people have, when I say a lot of people have gained weight throughout this pandemic. Why? Because we were sitting in the house doing nothing and just eating. Well, when people say, oh, Michelle, girl, I done gained so much weight, I just go, oh, really? Sorry to hear that. Because for me, since last November up until now, I have lost 18 pounds, you guys. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's not a whole lot. But guess what? I'll take it. I will take it. The pants that I'm wearing, the capri jeans I'm wearing right now, you all can't see them. But I have not been able to comfortably get in these pants for quite some time. And they just pull up. I have shirts that I haven't been able to wear in so long because I had put on some weight. I told you guys a few weeks ago that I was cleaning out my closet and I have some size 18 clothes that I just gave away. I think it's called Purple Heart, Red Door, somebody, they come through and you just call them, they'll come and pick up stuff you don't need or want anymore. And I got rid of all of that stuff. These dresses were beautiful. That red dress, as a matter of fact, I have a picture of me and my bestie, Kathleen, and our other deacons. We took a group photo at church. I was wearing that dress, and I thought, wow, I can't believe I ever wore that dress. And when I tried it on, it was like having a sack of potatoes with no potatoes in it, but you got this big sack. You understand what I'm saying? So I said all of that to say that when you can say I'm on a new track, that's a good feeling. So as I started losing weight, because I was conscious about what I was eating, making sure because I was going to the gym up until about, I'm going to say maybe this time last year, I believe. And then I thought, you know what, I got to cut this out because there's too many people in this gym not wearing masks. People weren't wiping off the machines. It was just too much for my mind to process. So I have a spinning bike at home. I have a stepper at home. If I want to get on the treadmill, I can go to my sister's house. Before the days got to be so hot early in the morning, I could go and walk my sister's neighborhood. So, but I love being able to say that I am on a new track. So you can say that when you start tackling your goals, that stuff you have on paper that's just been living on paper, and it's a great feeling. It is truly a great feeling. And then he says, I'm on my way to the most incredible, then you fill in the blank. And I want you to do that. I'll put that in the description box. I want you to say, I am on my way to the most incredible, you fill in the blank. Whatever that thing may be for you, that's what I want you to put right there. It can be your health. It can be your wealth. It can be your business, your job, a career, and the list can go on and on and on. And then he says, start creating a new something, because I love the air quote, in your life today. It doesn't matter what it is, how big or small, just do it. Start making your plans and then get them done. Your first step towards your newness will make you so excited and you will want to keep moving forward. The thing is you got to get started. I remember when I had made up in my mind that I was not going to come out on the other side of this pandemic weighing more than I did going in. And I'm not afraid to tell you that I was weighing, I think 206 when the pandemic started, 205, 206. I'm not afraid to say that because it is what it is, but I'm not there now. I'm under 170 something. I'm in my 170s, let me say that. So I'm happy about that. But when I decided that I had made up my mind that I'm going to do this, I can do this, it was just such a great feeling. I just need you to get started. So I want you to think about something. What is on your to-do list? What is that thing or those things that you've been saying for the longest time? I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do the other. I can admit this. When I started my vision book for 2022, as I was going through each section in 2021, I had some things that I didn't get to last year, because I just ran out of time. What did I tell y'all about getting to that 11th hour? I did. I ran out of time and I didn't get a chance to get to them. So I had to take those things and transfer them over into this year. Now, I've since crossed them off my list. God is good because I finally got them done. But I decided I don't want to do that again. I don't want to start 2023 off with stuff that I should have done in 2022. Unless, however, whatever it is that you're starting this year sometimes may not be able to be completed. And if that's the case, then that's fine, because sometimes that does happen. But if you can complete it, I need you to get it done. Y'all, that's it. That's all I have. I hope something I said resonates with you. Don't forget about your homework. Your homework is to take out your journal, start making a list of the things that you've been putting off. And I mean, list everything. Doesn't matter how big, small, or in between it is. And then start taking them on one by one until you've checked off everything, every project, everything on your list. You can do it, you guys. You know why? Because I'm doing it. I have done it and I'm doing it now. And I keep a list. And as you know, while I'm thinking about it real quick, we're in the month of June. So that means we're in the last month of the second quarter, you guys. The first half of the year is almost over. We only have 2 more quarters, and I don't want you to find yourself in the last 2 quarters of the year scrambling, trying to get stuff done. You guys, that's it. That's my time. If you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. So glad to have you here. If this is not your first rodeo, welcome back. Good to see you guys. I always miss you when I don't get to see you. Go out there, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Have an amazing day on purpose. But make sure you know what your purpose is and start completing those things on your to-do list, you guys. I have faith in you. I know you can do it. You know why? Because you know the drill, you know my spiel. I love each and every one of you to the moon and back, and there is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that you can ever do about it, because I'm always going to love you. Until Monday, you guys take care.